Okay, so after a day of using tracing paper to look at sacred geometries, starting with the seed of life, or the flower of life, the one that has 6 circles, and blooming out into the other shapes that can branch off of that, I am having sort of a refreshed epitome of seeing the fabric of space-time. And because space and time is specific to our 3D reality, in higher dimensions, it is not a confine. They are not confines, or the pair of them working in an axis is not a confine. It is as if when I was drawing in Sharpie over the shapes over and over and over again, I would see certain, almost like the outlines of certain shapes or the inner parts would become something else, and I could choose what avenue I wanted to take. And this is exactly how nature forms. So if you think about, insert video of a snake swimming through water, or the picture, or snowflakes, or water into a freezing state crystallizing in the way that it does. These avenues are the most efficient way for energy to travel in time and space. That is the truth of how sacred geometry is the map and the ley lines for our physical reality. So I was thinking that all of them, I was using graphite and Sharpie. So with graphite, like, oh, I could expand this one, I could do another hexagon here, I could mirror this shape there. And I think, mandalas and certain artworks are like choosing to go over certain ones and then focus on a more micro part of the structure. This is also like, I think of Islamic architecture, mosques, those domes often have, because let's see, the Star of David is so prominent in that hexagonal. I'm thinking of one layer in particular that I did, but it is as if the pathways, it's a metaphor for, I think, every individual person's unique life. So see your energy and your calling and the way that you're moving through the world, responding to your very personalized inner guidance, like a thumbprint, as specific as your own thumbprint, or the taste buds on your tongue, which I've heard are also 100% unique to each person. See your life and your choices as your own way to map over all of these symmetries and geometries that exist. I feel like if you zoomed out far enough from planet Earth, but every single person, if Earth was like a somewhat unilluminated sphere, but all of us were very bright lights, we would be zigging and zagging. And if we were the point of like a marker tip, we'd be drawing a beautiful piece of art that is walking those lines. Wouldn't it be cool if it wasn't a metaphor and we actually did move in these spaces, but we didn't have the ability to see that? It's another one of those things that makes me think like maybe the people that are out in space on space stations that are orbiting Earth that we don't know about, but is likely the case, doing work up in orbit, can see things like that with energy or auric detecting drones or technology that we don't know about. Fascinating. I want to clarify what I was just saying because I was just watching the video I just took, and it makes more sense to say it this way. I think certain artwork or architecture or natural phenomenon like snowflakes are accentuating a certain path that energy could travel in these sacred forms and shapes. And so the metaphor is like, we as energy of nature, a charged particle, charged by consciousness, can choose what path, if you are a thing moving, like the tip of the marker moving across the page, you can choose what path you accentuate. This is conscious creation of your life. Yay.